I heard a stat today that has really just got my wheels spinning. Have you guys heard that by the year 2030, nearly half of US women aged 25 to 44 are predicted to be single and childless?
I saw an article today that said David's Bridal is going to file for bankruptcy and going to lay off 9,000 of their 10,000 employees.
I broke up with the guy that did nothing wrong. We had an amazing relationship. He did absolutely nothing wrong. He was amazing. He was perfect to me. He was so sweet. He was so understanding, so patient.
It's an evil world we live in.
You men are not gonna like me for saying this, but you know what? I don't care. America, I think it's time we form a state where only women can live. No men allowed.
No, if you're too clingy, fuck off. Like, I'll just air you.
He wants to treat you like shit.
Yeah.
My issue is that every time he's talking to me and giving me attention, I'm like, ew, this man is gross. And as soon as he walks away, I'm like, excuse me, I need attention. I'm in love with him. Like, what is wrong with me?
There's nothing really wrong with her. She's just a female, and this is how they think. This is how they operate. They cannot help it. If you stop giving women attention, if you go about your business, if you talking to other women, she's going to want you that much more. Think about it. All the women that you hooked up with in your entire life, how did you get them? You probably was like, hey, let's hang out. And she was on some flaky stuff and you left her alone. She hit you up and y'all end up hanging out. Women are attracted to men who are mysterious. This is how they are. They can't even help it. All the girlfriends you had, you probably weren't chasing them down. You probably were just doing your own thing and they came around you and they brought the idea up of wanting to be with you. Women only want you when you don't care.
I'm marrying for love, for true love. Don't do that. Don't marry for love. Marry for money. Okay, a Met Gala ticket is $75,000. True love can't buy you a Met Gala ticket. Marry for money.
David's Bridal will keep sending brides down the aisle in its gowns. The company, which claims to have dressed 70 million brides over its 70-year history, filed for bankruptcy in April. A judge today approved the sale.
Yes! Oh my God, I'm officially divorced! Yes!
You was just talking about this.
I'm officially primary custodian of the kids. Oh, yeah. What about the child support? That's it?
Guys, these women don't care about you. When they leave you, they're trying to get as much as they can. They're trying to take the kids. They're trying to be primary custodian. They're trying to get that child support. They get the alimony. They want the house. They want your savings. They want it all. This is why a lot of guys are saying, man, I ain't getting married. I'm staying single. Let's just have a casual situationships, because you lose so much. And all these women are in it for is the money. They don't care about a child having their father in their life. They only care about how much child support they're going to get and limiting your amount of time that you have with your kids.
Tony, that's crazy. Are you kidding me? Now all of this financial burden with my children is on me?
What?
This is not fair.
My heart really does go out to the guys who are actually good, genuine people, because y'all get played the most. But I promise you, these guys that are pulling these girls are not better than you. They just know how to play the game, and girls like the games. They like the chase, you know, whatever. They can't wrap their head around the fact that they're being played. But guess what? You're gonna win in the end, because as we get older, we realize we don't want to fix somebody. We don't want that. We want someone to take care of us, not the opposite.
Don't be that guy. There's a lot of women who want nice guys when they're all ran through. They're all used up. They've been smashed. They've been pumped and dumped. They've chased all the bad boys. And then they say, okay, I'm ready to settle down. I want you. Now it's your turn.
David's Bridal just filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This is the second time. David's Bridal said it is looking to sell the company, but stores are open and fulfilling orders for brides without disruption. David's Bridal, one of the largest sellers of wedding gowns in the U.S., has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The news comes just days after the formal wear store chain said it would be eliminating 9,236 positions across the United States.
If everybody was $1, what can you buy with your body count?
What can I buy with $78? The thing is that body counts.
78 individuals. She looks like she's probably in her early 20s, mid 20s. It's like a college campus, maybe, or maybe they're on a trip or something like that, a vacation. These chicks have been ran through. 78, and here's the thing: they'll meet you and say, "You gotta wait. We got to get to know each other." It's crazy, man. These chicks are getting ran through left and right, front and center.
With a man, a body count is like, oh, like, yeah, you're a dog. But with a female, a body count is like, oh, she's a. What's the problem with me, dog, and people?
We're all addicted to something, right? Some people are addicted to food, other people are addicted to gaming, and I'm addicted to liking guys who don't give a fuck about me.
How long have y'all been together?
Years.
Do y'all trust each other 100%?
100%.
May we test the theory? Swap phones?
Yep.
Actually what? What's actually?
Why are you putting us on the spot like this?
I mean,
see, she's like, oh yeah, I'm down for, but oh man, I remember that guy I was texting. I remember that guy that's been flirting with me. I remember the DM. Oh, no, actually, no. These chicks, man, the phone is the gateway for women to cheat, to flirt, to get attention. You just being there and providing for them and being a good boyfriend or a husband is not good enough. They crave the attention. It's like oxygen.
We gotta see if y'all like loyal, you feel me?
Well, no, actually, I need to read the fine print before I get.
What fine print? What fine print?
What?
What's the fine print?
I don't know. You tell me. You're putting me on the spot.
So, are you willing to swap phones or no?
Oh my God! So you cheated on him? For what? He was always working. Yeah, you don't need that, sis. Date a bum. They're always available. Just get yourself a bum. Trust me, you'll be happier.
This is sick, man. Why? This is why good quality men, high value men say, you know what, I'm done. Because if a bum has access to you, I mean, is it that easy? These chicks, they love these guys who have nothing because those dudes, they can control. Those bums, they need those women. They need a place to stay.
Oh, you won't believe what just happened at David's Bridal. You know, the place you'd go to like once in your life to get a wedding gown or maybe a bridesmaid costume, if you will, because it's all an expensive, overpriced industry. Well, what's happening at David's Bridal? It just filed for bankruptcy for the second time. And now the company is hoping that just maybe they'll be allowed to go bankrupt and close all 300 of their stores.
So the growing trend on social media is all these women are looking for guys who are 6'5", blue eyes, and finance and have a trust fund. Women are always following, and their followers, they're programmed to do that. But this woman's going to break it down to you and let you know the small percentage of men who are actually in that sort of box.
I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes, finance.
Looking for a man in finance with a trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes, Ryan. Can she do it? Let's look at the numbers. In the United States, there are 100 million men over the age of 18. That is about 48.2% of the population over 18 that are men. I want you to remember that number. Finance. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, about 7.6 million people work in finance and insurance. So what did I do? Of course, I went through every single job title and I narrowed it down to those just in finance. And it was about 3.6 million people working in finance. If we apply that same 48.2%, we come out to 1.7 million men working in finance. Trust fund. Only 1.2% of Americans have a trust fund. So unfortunately, that narrows us down to just 21,000 men in America.
Ooh, get close.
But here's the real problem, Ryan. 6'5". Do you know how tall that is?
That's tall.
It's crazy tall.
Not many people are 6'5".
No, in fact, only 0.1% of men are 6'5" or above in the United States. This is a real killer one because now we're down to only 21 men in the United States.
Getting slim.
For our girl on couch. Blue eyes. It's good for her because there's more men in the United States with blue eyes than other parts of the world. So we're at 27% have blue eyes, but that narrows us down to just 6 men. 6 men in finance with a trust fund, 6'5", blue eyes, but we're not done, unfortunately.
We're not done. Keep listening.
Because what about if they're available? We know that 29% of working men are single, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And that brings us to a final count for our girl on couch of 2 men in the United States for her. How do we find these men, Ryan?
Both of them. How do we find both of them?
There's only 2.
Get ready with me at 6 a.m. for work. I just got a text. I was sleeping and then I woke up and I had a text. And he said he can't be with me anymore because he has to go to Spain to play soccer.
He has to go to Spain to play soccer. That's the only reason why she's crying. Because clearly he has some status. He's able to travel and he has some resources, some money. You know, overseas, they view soccer as a big thing and they are ready to pay out. They pay you a lot of money. So this is why she's frustrated, because she's not going to be able to live her fairy tale dream.
And he said that, and he said, I'm sorry, I love you. And then he unadded me. I thought it was like finally my turn.
I got a phone call from my boss and she goes, we need help. And I said, with what? She goes, TikToks. And I go, for what? And she goes, David's Bridal TikToks. And I go, why the f*** would I be making a David's Bridal TikTok? She goes, to help people for their closing. And I went, David's Bridal is closing?
I remember feeling like my marriage was temporary from the beginning. Like that I wasn't gonna make it. And I didn't know what that feeling was. I just thought it was cold feet, but it kind of manifested itself for the next 10 years. And here we are 10 years later going through a divorce. So
she knew she wasn't good enough. Translation. She knew she had a past, and whoever the guy was, he was sold a bill of goods. He drank the Kool-Aid, and he thought this woman was worthy of marriage. Guys, you understand, it's only a small, minute percentage of women are worthy of your last name. And a lot of guys are naive, and she knew that, man, this ain't gonna work out. Why would he choose me? That's what that was going through her head. Like, why me? Why? I don't deserve this. I'm telling you, that's what she was thinking.
he didn't really start this process. I guess it was more so me, because I was always looking for someone else because I didn't know how to be loved or how to accept love from somebody. And so while he was fighting for me, I was pushing him away. But I never truly accepted happiness. I left the good guy. I left the guy that everybody looks at and is like, that's a dad, that's a husband, that's how it's supposed to be. He did the dishes, he cleaned the house, he took the kids to school, he worked all day, he made good money, he supported us. I mean, yeah, we had our problems, but he was the good guy.
10 years in a lot of states grants you alimony. So you have to get that at 10-year mark. See, she knew what she was doing. She got her meal ticket. She had a kid. And she's like, okay, I don't want this guy anymore. A lot of these chicks, they're just not worthy, man. They're not good people. She looks like a normal chick, right? A lot of y'all will probably want to date her or be in a relationship with her. But the inside is not good. They have a lot of trauma. They have a lot of baggage. They have a lot of things they haven't worked on. And now you get with them and you like, man, I'm trying to work this out. I'm going to therapy. I'm doing this and that. Come on, baby, let's work it out. And she's like, man, I don't deserve this. I don't like you. I don't want this. See, a lot of these women, they think that they want marriage. They want the glitz and glamour and the cake and the dresses, and everybody's saying, oh, congratulations, but they don't want to do the work.
So I'm here to tell you, it's okay to leave the good guy. Don't stay because he's the good guy. Leave because he's not the guy for you.
we've
And the guy for her is a guy who's going to abuse her, who's going to use her, who's going to pump and dump her, who's going to give her mixed signals, who's going to be mysterious. That's the type of guy she wants. She wants a guy who's going to be toxic, who's not going to text her for days and then pop up out of nowhere and say, "What are you doing? Come over." That's the type of guy she wants.
because if you don't feel in love, then who cares if he's the good guy?
Feel in love.
And that is a harsh reality that I'm facing right now, and a lot of scrutiny from a lot of people. But
Stupid, man.
it's okay to leave.
This is how a lot of homes are broken up. This is why so many broken families, because these women, I don't feel happy. I don't feel. Everything's a feeling and emotion with them. So when they divorce you, they get rid of you, and now you're a weekend dad and you're struggling to see your kids. You're wondering, what happened? I thought, and you're sitting there broken because you gave your all. You were a good man. There's a lot of good men and good fathers out here, but the courts are on these toxic women's sides.
If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person. So don't let...
Where did all the good men go? If you're not happy in your marriage, just get a divorce and then go find someone new so you can enjoy some more temporary happiness. Like, this has got to be the worst advice I've ever seen on the internet. Like, I thought marriage was a commitment for better or worse. Nah, it's just when you're not happy, leave. Go find someone else.
Just asking if height matters in a guy. Yeah, we're gonna ask you your body count. Wait, how old are you?
You obviously don't
You almost have the same amount of bodies as you do years of life.
What's your body count?
0.
I feel like girls don't want to.
A real woman and has great morals will wait for her man.
This is the last lie that you've told to a guy.
I don't know.
We know you guys.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab another drink.
Wow.
We did that 2 minutes ago.
You did it 2 minutes ago.
I literally just faked a phone call that I had a boyfriend just so my coworker wouldn't follow me home.
Wow. How big do y'all like it, for real?
I like pain, so.
I bet turn around.
She's never satisfied.
This is how much. Boy, that's breaking you, girl.
I want it to my heart.
Jesus Christ.
Today I walked away from my marriage and I left my husband. Not everything you see on social media is the truth, and it's been a really long, hard battle of trying to make things work, and I can only take so much emotional and verbal and psychological neglect that I have to start thinking about my future child and protecting her as well. And as much as it hurts, it was for the best.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And obviously I'm really upset that things turned out this way.
A few moments later.
Since leaving my husband pregnant, I have been an emotional mess. I'm trying to stay positive and trying to not stress for the protection of my pregnancy and baby. I'm not gonna lie, it's been really hard. I have received a lot of hate and a lot of judgment over my decision to leave.
The society we're creating right now, more and more men don't want to get married. And I get why. There is almost zero upside for men getting married. This isn't me saying that men shouldn't get married, or women, but think about what society is telling men about what being a man is. Tell about society is fucking men hardcore for getting married. If you get married and you get divorced, a woman takes 50% of whatever you have. 80% of relationships, the man is the biggest provider. So that's a big fuck right off the bat. What are you getting in exchange for that? Second, if you have kids with her, you're fucked, because the government doesn't think that you deserve shit. So even good dads who try to stay in the kid's life are fucked.